gloomy today. Can't even see the mountains. And there is no one here except me. And I get it. It is not nice out. It's even raining a little. But I'm trying to get better at this, so I got to keep coming out even on the nice and not nice days alike. Get the bike warmed up right now. Get my body a little loose. Hands loose. Throw the first one up here. Barely a warm up. Barely. There we go. Gotta warm up. Gotta warm up. You got to get them up quick because you don't have the power to pull through. Sometimes I like these smaller spans, you know, where there's a wall or a trailer or something, because it kind of forces you, you know, like I want to get it from here to there. It's not unlimited, so you can't just power out. You gotta go more technique. Woo, that was pretty good. That felt nice. Immediately when you pop it, if it's going to be a good one, or if just set it down and just try again, you know. You pop one and it's like you know you're not pulling that up to balance point smoothly, so you might as well just let it down. Let's talk about the bike for a second. Bike's a 2023. It's only a couple years old. I picked it up with just over 2,000 miles on it. It's almost got 3,000 on it now. And all the kid had done to it was he put the nice Yoshi pipe on, which I do really like. Probably would never have bought that myself, but it's on there, so I feel like I lucked out on that. And then he had some different lever blades on here, but you know, they were kind of long, and I knew I was going to be putting the one finger clutch on there anyway, so I took the stock lever blade and bent it, gave it a nice curve. I do like that. And then we got the RSC. I've heard it RSC and RSM. It's Righteous Stunt Company or Righteous Stunt Metal, I don't know. And then for the handbrake, it's a Brembo 14 Master down to a Brembo P34. And then I'm running the rear foot brake is all stock with the Perfect Stranger adapter bracket. I also got the Perfect Stranger rigid handlebar mount to get rid of some of that flex from the rubber. And then everyone does it, so I did too, you know. If it works for everyone, it's probably going to work for you. The Pro Taper KLX 110 bar. Angry Stunts hooked up the 12 bar. That was about the first thing I did, actually, was get that bar on the back, because I knew I'd be flipping and falling, and I just didn't want to break the rear end of this bike. You know, for as much as I've dropped this thing left, right, back, all around, it's pretty strong. 50 Stunt bar ends. Those bar ends are gonna help the bike when it falls. They're also gonna space out, you know, from the lever out, so you don't break that, hopefully. You don't want to break stuff. I mean, it's gonna happen, but you don't want to. And then -1 on the countershaft sprocket, that's the front sprocket, is a 14 to replace the 15. I think I'm gonna try a 40 tooth in the back. I just haven't done it yet. It's the kind of the last thing on my mind right now. And then I do have the direct shifter lever on there. I got rid of the linkage. That way when I break my rear sets, because that'll happen inevitably, I can just put rear sets on and I don't have to do rear sets and a shifter at the same time. And then inside the case, I've got 60% clutch springs with the 6-bolt basket modification, and the Grom Beardo wheelie pump in there. It's a stock Honda Grom pump, but it has a tube added, so it picks all the oil up from the back. And it's a pretty generic Grom build. It's pretty standard. You know, some people, they'll go with dual Brembos on the back. I was fine with the stock foot brake. I did take the spring off, the return spring, so this is real sensitive, you know, real easy to push. And I turned my idle up to about, it kind of floats actually. It doesn't hold super steady. Sometimes it's around 335, sometimes it dips below 3. So I don't know if I got something stuck in there a little bit, but a little higher idle lets you just let that clutch out and pop, mainly when you got the 1 foot down and you're trying to do those real slow 1-footers. So I do need to put some softer grips on because I've got real bad calluses, but that's also because I'm new and I'm still grabbing and holding and pulling real hard, because I'm just not quite to that floating balance point where you can just take a hand off and the bike stays. You know, I see these guys out here, these more seasoned stunt riders, and their hands look perfect because they're not gripping and pulling as hard as me. You know, they can just use the bike and use their body weight to get it up. But you know, if you're looking to learn some stunts and to kind of hone your skills on other bikes, you get one of these Groms. You know, you can find them used for $2,000 to $3,000 and they will improve your skills. They'll help you out. I'm not doing handbrake stunts yet. I'm not standing on the rear. I'm not doing peggers, or I don't even know the names of all this stuff. I just see it, you know, I see other guys do it. I see it on YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff, and it looks cool. But I'm 40 years old. You know, I'm not built of rubber like I used to be, so I'm just trying to take this slow and kind of learn as I go without getting too hurt. I will say, when I first started learning, I was looping out a lot, and I would hit my leg on that peg there, and my whole entire leg was a big old bruise for a while. But luckily I've tamed it down and haven't been doing that as much lately, so that's cool. And you know, we'll get to the stand-ups and all that stuff, but we're still just working on sit-downs right now. So see what we can do. Now she's probably cooled off again. See that idle? See how it creeps up? And then it kind of settles down. 2,500, 2,800. You know, that way, when you want to do the little, like that, that's with 1 foot down, you know, you can kind of just do them 1-footers. Some guys will get into like nice circles. I'm not doing circles yet. You know, if anything, I'm just showing you guys what a new Grom rider is getting into with the bike and the skill set and everything. I'm about 7-8 weeks into this bike, and everyone who comes out here, they say I'm doing all right for 7 or 8 weeks on it. You know, of course you always want to do better, but just have fun with it. Just practice slow, and you'll get it. I actually kind of like it. It was like 85 yesterday. Let's see if we can get this lot right here. See, I like having that trailer there because it kind of gives you something to try to get to, you know? I'm going to start here, I'm going to get to that. Guys out in the asphalt, sometimes they're going pretty fast, you know, they're on bigger bikes, they're doing second gear. They're going 40 mile an hour. I'm trying to keep it around 20 and under myself right now. One big problem I've been having is I'm choppy, and I get it. I watch myself, I watch my videos. That's steady. That's what you want. You want to hold that steady, and you don't want to be chopping. You get to chopping, and what happens is the front drops, and then you're chopping back, but then the Grom doesn't have enough power to get you back, so you're really pulling and fighting. So if you can avoid being choppy, I'll try a smooth one here, but man, I'm working on it. It's not my best. So, well, I'm gonna keep working. That's enough talking. I feel like I'm mildly warmed up. We'll see if this rain comes back and messes with me. I was hoping to be out here for an hour or two today. I don't know. We'll see what happens.